Hello guys. So this is the part 2 of creating a new decoupled CMS website. So what we are going to cover today is it will cover the following topics: content modeling, creating a blog post, content type, creating blog posts. So in this part, we'll cover the basic content management concepts of Orchard Core CMS like content types and content item. So what the heck is content modeling? Most of the content that is managed in Orchard Core CMS is called a content item. A content item is a version document like a page. We have seen pages. We deal with page, an article, and a blog post, and a news item that can be edited. So these are examples of content item. Now, each of these content items or version documents are based on a particular content type, which has got a few properties. Like, for instance, an article will have a title, text, and tags. For blog post may have tags. And Orchard Core CMS lets us model the content types the way we want, and it is known as content modeling. Okay, so content modeling is a modeling or arrange the content types in a way that we want. And what are content types? Content types are on which the content items or documents are based, and content types have some property. So here is an analogy. Now the developers can think content type as an analogous to a class, where a content item can be seen as an instance of a content type or that class. So content type is the blueprint of a content item, and content type has properties. Okay, so let's now see. Now Orchard comes pre-configured with a set of composable elements of data management called content parts. So we have seen content types, content items, and now content parts. And these content parts can be used to create custom types like a Lego. A title part, for instance, will provide a nice editor to enter the title of a content item and also set it to the text to display by default in the screens. And another important content part is the Markdown body part, which provides a way to store and render Markdown as the main text of a content item. This is also useful for a blog post. Now, for those developers who are interested, a content part can be thought to be analogous to a partial class, where each content parts are then aggregated to define a content type, which is a class. Content fields are analogous to custom properties that are added to the content type. Now let's create a new content type named blog post and add some necessary content parts to it. Now from the running website in the last lecture, I will append admin. I will open the admin module. So admin, which we set up in the last lecture. So please visit the previous lecture if you haven't. That is the part 1 where I set it up for admin. So username is admin and password is required. Okay. So my admin dashboard comes with my site written on the left, and there are some navigation menus, content, design, and in the content you already know what is the content items, okay, and content definition, content types, and content parts. All right. So in the left menu, in the select content definition and then content types and content types. And then we have this create new type. So I will create a new type, new content type. So I will give it a display name, say blog post, because this is going to be a blog post. And it will automatically take a technical name, and then I will click create. Now the next screen shows the list of content parts. So these are present. Now we'll have to select the title and the Markdown body and click on save. Now this is the next screen presented to me, and I've scrolled to the bottom and I will rearrange the parts, these parts, title, blog post, markdown, body, to these are all widgets, the shiftable widgets. So I will place the markdown body below the title. Okay, and then I will click save. Now for this markdown body, click on edit. And edit part, markdown body. So here, what type of editor should be used? So I should use the VC editor. What you see is what you get. And what type of editor should be used? What type of display mode should be used? Standard, okay, the only choice, and then click on save. Now blog post content type is ready to use. Now we'll create the blog post. So in the left menu, select new and then blog post. Now this will reveal an editor for the newly created blog post content type. Now I will fill in the title, say Kaushik's blog post 1 and some text on the markdown body. So I am anything. I'm creating some test markdown, okay, something like that, and then click on publish. So it says your blog post has been published. Okay, so at the moment I am not going to view it, but I will go to the next step, which is in the menu, click on content and then content items to display all the content items or available content items. So I am now presented with manage content screen. And I have got this Kaushik's blog post. Okay, it will display all the available content item, and I have just got this one. Okay, with edit, view, and some other actions. Now this shows that we now have a blog post content item named Kaushik's blog post 1. As we create more content items, this will appear on this page. So that's the end of this lecture, and we have covered the content modeling, creating a blog post content type, and creating actual blog posts. See you in the part 3.